Good evening. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Once said by Suzy Kazim. Welcome to BMZ News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister issued edicts of 2022. Workshop on electoral crimes kicked off. Bahrain and Saudi held meeting to enhance IT and ID card cooperation. UAE announced negative PCR test result mandatory for new academic year. Philippines reported 3 deaths from tropical storm Maun. Today's news in detail. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister issued Edict of 2022. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, has issued an edict establishing and forming the National Task Force for Combating Communicable Diseases, hereinafter referred to as Task Force. According to the edict, the task force shall be chaired by the Health Minister. His Royal Highness also said that a new committee has been formed to reserve government land investments. His Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman issued a resolution establishing the committee headed by Assistant and the Secretary for Projects at the Prime Minister's office. Workshop on electoral crimes kicked off. A workshop on electoral crimes and the role of mass media in the electoral process kicked off yesterday as part of a series of awareness lectures and workshops targeting more than 4,000 participants in the electoral processes. The workshop was designated for the Information Ministry personnel and members of Bahrain Journalists Association BJA as part of the training program for the Parliamentary and Municipal Elections 2022, which is organized by the Public Prosecution under the patronage of Attorney General Dr. Ali bin Fadl Al Buainin in cooperation with the Judicial and Legal Studies Institute. Bahrain and Saudi held meeting to enhance IT and ID card cooperation. The Information and E-Government Authority IGA held a meeting with the Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence Authority CSDAIA and Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council GCC to follow up on the directives by time GCC Smart Card Technical Team and discuss cooperation related to information technology IT. The meeting was in line with GCC efforts to implement the initiatives of the General Secretariat's Economic and Development Affairs, which aims to promote technical integration among Gulf countries. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Burundi Foreign Minister visited Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa Academy. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Development Cooperation of the Republic of Burundi, Albert Shringeru, paid a visit yesterday to the Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa Academy for Diplomatic Studies MBBA as part of his visit to the Kingdom of Bahrain. Upon his arrival, he has received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, the Under Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the Consular and Administrative Affairs Dr. Muhammad Ali Bahzad, and the number of officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. New traffic guidelines for safety of students. New traffic guidelines to ensure the safety of the students were announced yesterday as schools gear up for the start of the next academic year. Parents have been advised to contact transportation institutions or individuals licensed by the General Traffic Directorates as they undergo extensive training and awareness programs in preparation for the year. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Wow to boost Arab tourism. Bahrain has stressed its keenness to actively contribute to initiatives that promote Arab tourism, a government minister has said. Tourism Minister Fatima Al-Sayrafi made the remarks as she met Arab Tourism Organization President Dr. Bandar bin Fahad Al-Fahid. UAE announced negative PCR test result mandatory for new academic year. Students above the age of 12 as well as teaching and administrative staff and service providers are required to provide a negative PCR test result taken within 96 hours on the first day of school, authorities have announced. The National Emergency Crisis and Disasters Management Authority NCEMA has announced updated protocols for educational establishments for the academic year 2022-2023. As many as 1 million students and 65,000 educational staff will return to commence the new academic year, which starts on August 29th. Wearing face masks is mandatory inside closed areas, while students and personnel who are infected with COVID-19 or those who are suffering from the respiratory systems are allowed to opt for e-learning and promote remote working options. Philippines recorded 3 deaths from tropical storm Maun. Tropical storm Maun caused 3 deaths in the Philippines. Its disaster agency reported on Thursday, with the storm currently headed towards southeastern China. 2 people were confirmed dead, but both hit by a fallen tree in mountainous northern provinces of Kalinga and Cagayan, while one drowning in eastern Camarines Sur province is being verified. This disaster agency said that, adding that 4 people reported injured. 17-year-old pilot set record for solo flight around the world. A 17-year-old pilot became the youngest person to fly solo around the world in a small aircraft after he landed on Wednesday in Bulgaria, where his journey kicked off 5 months ago. Mac Rutherford, a Belgian-British dual national, landed on an airstrip west of Bulgaria's capital Sofia to complete his task and to claim 2 Guinness World of Records. Along with becoming the youngest person to fly around the world by himself, Rutherford is also the youngest person to circumnavigate the globe in a microlight plane. Samir V. Kamath appointed as new Defence Research and Development Organization Chief in India. Distinguished scientist Samir V. Kamath was on Thursday appointed as Secretary of the Department of Defence Research and Development and Chairman of the Defence Research and Development Organization (DRDO), according to a personal ministry order. Kamath, who is Director General Naval Systems and Materials at the DRDO, will succeed G. Satish Reddy, who has been named as scientific advisor to the Defence Minister, it added. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Lab English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.